Hello, everybody. This is Akal from Guru Nanak's teachings, and today I want to talk to you on the topic of non-veg and veg. There are many people who argue that we can eat non-veg in Sikhism, and some argue that we are not allowed to. So I'm just putting my 2 cents here. I have gone through the Guru Granth Sahib once properly, and I have uh, taken a few pictures of various sayings. And so the argument to me is pretty clear, and that we cannot have, we should not have. Before I proceed with saying why and give you a few pictures in Google Photos, you can contact me and ask me for more, but let me do just a few of them today. Uh, Before I proceed further, there is a very simple logical answer to this also. You don't need to see the Guru Granth Sahib for that. uh, any being which you want to kill, whether it's a bird or a fish or an animal or an insect, they all try to run away from you. Nobody comes close to you that, yeah, come kill me. This is not there. So basically, they want to protect themselves. And so just because we can use methods and force to slaughter them, it is obviously against their will. So you don't need Guru Granth Sahib to tell you that look, this deed is not a good deed. We do it because of taste, because we enjoy the taste of meat. But well, Guru Sahib also knew that, and he has still put many stuff in the Guru Granth Sahib, which if you would like to read and reflect, then this audio is for you. Audio visuals for you. So we start with दुख न देई किसे जी पत स्यों कर जाओ. Do not cause any being to suffer, and you shall go to your true home with honor. This is on page 322 of the Ang 322 of the Guru Granth Sahib, Gaudi Malla Panjwa, Guru Arjan Dev Ji's work. You can find these things in various apps which are there. I use iGranth. So you just put the first few letters and you get the app and you get the translation also. Henceforth, I'll be doing the translation because if somebody can't read Punjabi, so at least he will know what the translation says. I've got about 52 such, so I'll go slightly fast. Eat only that which is pleasing to the Lord, and as Gurmukh, receive the blessings of his glance of grace. You can guess what will be pleasing to the Lord. I don't know. And if you think non-veg is pleasing to the Lord, that's up to you. Kabir. Now Kabir Sahib is saying, his Bani is here in the Guru Granth Sahib. Those mortals who consume marijuana, fish and wine. Now he's not writing every lamb or goat meat or chicken, but he's just giving like we say, samedar ko shara kafi hota. So he says marijuana, fish or wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. So he's pretty strict here. He says you keep eating all that and do whatever fasts and rituals, you will go to hell. Then this is also Kabir Sahib saying, you say that one Lord is in all, so why do you kill chickens? So if God is pervading in everybody, you should not take life of something. This is Guru Nanak saying, the pleasures of gold and silver, pleasures of women, pleasures of fragrance of sandalwood, pleasure of horses, the pleasure of a soft bed in a palace, the pleasure of sweet treats and hearty meals, the pleasure of are so Ras Mas is what he says. Ras Ras Kode, Ras Seja, Mandir, Ras Mitha, Ras Mas. Mas is non-veg. He said there's so many pleasures in your mouth. How will the pleasure of the Lord's name come there? Then Kabir Sahib again says, they oppress living beings and kill them and call it proper. When the Lord calls for their account, what will their condition be? They kill them, kill the living beings, is what he is saying. Kabir, it is tyranny to use force. And the Lord is continuation of the previous. Kabir is tyranny to use force. The Lord shall call you to account. And when an account is called for, your face and mouth shall be beaten. You can ignore all this stuff or you can take it seriously. It's up to you. The one who chants the name of the Lord, and eats the food of the fear of God, becomes Gurmukh, the Lord's servant, and remains absorbed in the Lord. Again, he's saying food of fear of God is subjective. It's up to you to know. Creating the soul, the Lord creates the creation, places this creation in the womb of the mother. The world eats dead carcasses, living by neglect and greed. Like a goblin or a beast, they kill and eat the forbidden carcasses of meat. So control your urges, or else you will be seized by the Lord and thrown into the tortures of hell. This is also pretty straightforward. Dead carcasses means dead meat, and forbidden. It's also saying forbidden carcasses of meat. And it's also saying control your urges. So urges are there. They are God given only. So it's a game in which you have to win by playing the cards which have been dealt to you. Eggs, wombs, sweat, and earth are creation. God's workshops of creation. I gaze upon the world, the confluence of the three qualities. God is awake and aware in each and every heart. So God, he's saying God is there in each and every heart. Forming his creatures, he placed himself within them. The creature is unattached and infinite. He has placed himself within them in his creatures. Again, there is a uh, ishara. There is an ishara that he is in his creatures. Don't kill them. I do not go to see sacred shrines of pilgrimage or bathe in the water. I do not bother any beings or creatures. जैसो अंडो हृदय माहे. This was, let me just find it out for you. Okay. So, as the bird cherishes her eggs in her heart, so the egg is also for people who say eggs are not to be eaten because birds also cherishes eggs in her heart. So the bird has an attraction for her eggs. So if you eat eggs, you go wrong here slightly. I don't know. I can't. I don't. I'm not being very strong here. But to kill is definitely different. In stationary life forms, stationary life forms. In other words, in other places also, it has been given by the Guru Sahib. मैं आया दूरों चल के मैं तकीता उथर ना जियो. Stationary life form for me is a stone, is moving beings. Moving beings are all life forms. Worms, moths within it. Lord is content. So I don't know, kill them or don't kill them, but don't kill them to eat them. You have to do pest control. So many of these worms, moths, and things you have to get rid of them for pest control, but for food is different. He cries out in pain like the fish pierced by the hook. So use your illusion or use your imagination. Personally, I am afraid of getting a hook inside me, being a hook fish and then getting pierced by a hook. The Lord and Master is within all. I do not see any other. So here again we see if you cut a goat, you should be reminded that you are cutting a specimen of the Lord. You kill living beings and call it righteous action. Tell me, brother, what would you call an unrighteous action? You call yourself the most excellent sage. Then what would you call a butcher? I'll read out to you what is written in Punjabi here down. ਜੇ ਜੀਵ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਲੋਕ ਰਿਸ਼ੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਸਾਈ ਕਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਖਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਸਾਈ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਆਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜੋ ਮਾਸ ਵੇਚਦੇ ਹਨ I don't know the exact I must have missed that. I don't know the exact story behind this line, but I think it's being attributed to tra- some religious practices in which uh, people who kill or sacrifice animals for the religion are uh, glorified as rishi munis or something like that. So the Guru Sahib is saying, if you call yourself the most excellent sage, then what would you call a butcher? Because you're doing the same thing. Life within all words, living beings is the word of the Shabad. Through it, we meet our husband Lord. So life within all living beings is the Shabad. Uh, Shabad is the hymns in Guru Granth Sahib. Cruelty has not left your mind. You have not cherished kindness for other living beings. You are killing them, butchering them, being a part of their killing or butchery. So you don't have kindness for other living beings. This you will have to read yourself. It's on 1289. It's a long one. First, the mortal is. I'll leave this one. This one is slightly, uh, you might say that it is pro meat, but uh, my understanding fails me, and I don't. I take the stance of non-meat. It's 1289, page 1289. You can read in English. It's long, 1220 also. Then this line says, "You alone." God, it says to God, "You alone know your ways," and means you alone understand yourself. In Seven Nanak, Lord God, God is in each and every heart again, saying the same thing. You say that one again. This has come before. So why do you kill chickens? You see the living creature and then bring it home and kill its body. You have killed only the clay. The light of the soul passes into another form. So tell me, what have you killed? This is telling you that the life passes away but everything else was telling me that you're not supposed to kill. Within all hearts, the Lord speaks. The Lord speaks. Who else speaks other than the Lord? Out of the same clay, the elephant, the ant, and many species of sorts of species are formed. In stationary life forms, moving beings, or worms, moths, and each and every heart, the Lord is content. Kabir Sahib is saying the dinner of beans and rice is excellent if it is flavored with salt. Who would cut his throat to have meat with his bread? So Kabir Sahib is very clear. He doesn't like any meat stuff in his teachings. Kabir, they oppress living beings and kill them and call it proper. When the Lord called for their account, what will their condition be? It's tyranny to use force. This we've seen earlier. This also we've seen earlier. Who consume marijuana, fish, and wine. This you won't be able to see. I'll read it out for you. It's a good one. Cut cut my harju base. The Lord is in every heart. Santan keho pukar. Santan saints are saying this aloud. I'll leave this. Leave this. The Lord will. Okay, this is a non. This is an off topic quote, but anyway, it's a good one. Lord built the Harimandir, the temple of the Lord. The Lord dwells within it. Harimandir is this our body. Manukh da Sharir is Harimandir. Following the Guru's teachings, I have found a Lord. My emotional attachment to Maya has been burnt away. Countless things are in the Harimandir. Harimandir is our body, remember that. The temple of the Lord. Contemplate the Nayam and the nine treasures will obtain. From water he created three worlds. When each and every heart he has infused his light. One who sees that light within each and every heart understands the essence of Guru's teachings. The Naam is a true merchandise and wealth. With each and every heart, his presence is deep and profound. This is difficult. This is again that same 1289 Ang which we have seen earlier. This is coming again without the translation. This is also the same Pang Machili Surapan. Kabir Sahib was saying. This is, this is we've seen stationary life forms. Okay, this one is good. That man who feeds like a lion, ਜੋ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਵਾਲੀ ਰੋਜ਼ੀ ਹੀ ਕਮਾਉਣਾ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਮਿਟਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਮਾਧੀ ਲਈ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੈ. That man who feeds like a lion is called the god of thieves. So, ਜੋ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ ਵਾਲੀ ਰੋਜ਼ੀ ਹੀ ਕਮਾਉਣਾ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਹੈ. That person, what the translation says in Punjabi, that person who knows only uh, tyranny as his occupation and his food source will be called by the world the a big thief. Okay, so this much was the presentation today. and hope you liked it. Thank you. In the coming, uh, I hope I do one, two more. In the coming one, presentation, I'll give you some links so you can reach me and contact me.